I am so glad you are here. I don't know if you can hear the noise playing under me. You might be able to hear it because our internet's down, which means I'm tethering through my phone. We'll see how this goes, right? But today's Magical Tuesday, and I wanted to talk about color magic and the ways you can use color to enhance your meditative state, to enhance your magical working. The most common way is to have assigned a meaning to a particular color. Now, if you have your own meaning, use it. Like, for example, many Americans grew up with green money. It was green printed on white, off-white paper. Greenbacks, they were called. So for a lot of people in America, green means money, but it doesn't almost anywhere else. It's more associated with the heart and love, the planet Venus, all of these wonderful symbols that surround romance, friendships, just what's healthy and good for us emotionally. But if you still think money when you see green, it doesn't matter what the rest of the world thinks. It matters what you think. So I thought I'd go over some of the common meanings for colors, because if you don't have a meaning for it, then the common meanings can work just fine for you. And don't think this is just about choosing colors for things like candles or a cloth to underlay the working you're doing. Think of it for what you dress in while you're doing this magic. And if you're just getting to know the colors and trying to figure out what they mean to you on this more esoteric level, try dressing with the color of the day. Every day of the week has a planetary association. Every planet has a color association. So you can really get into just looking at one color a day, living in it by wearing something that has that color, and seeing how your day goes. See how you feel. Do you feel good about yourself by the end of the day? How is everything doing? You have to do it more than once because you can't account for the magic of other people entering your life in whatever mood they're coming at you with. But let's go over some of those basic meanings. So say you want to dress with a white shirt today. Mine, by the way, is hard to tell, but it's navy blue. So white is usually about unity. It's usually about purity to some degree, like pureness of thought or intent. And therefore, for some people, it's about calmness, but not for everybody. For some people, it's a more energetic color, as opposed to black, which for most people, since they associated with nighttime first, is about tranquility, the ability to rest securely. So protection becomes a big part then of what the color black gets used for. You'll find that most black stones, protection is sort of the front-facing use for that stone, for example. The black knight is the protective knight, right? Gray, more neutral, right? And it's also about neutralizing things because it's so neutral, but it's also because gray hair, you're supposed to get what wise with age. It's also associated with wisdom and the ability to think things through. I didn't just bring my own thoughts. I brought what we show our customers. So I'm going to be looking at that occasionally. That gets us to the start of the rainbow. Red. I think of red as a color of all kinds of passion, whether we're talking anger, whether we're talking passion for a partner, a romantic partner, whether we're talking drive, whether we're talking about going into battle. All of that is red. You see red when you're angry, right? So it can be about the productive use of that really amped up energy. And you'll see dragon's blood, which is a red resin from a tree that is added to things just for that extra oomph of the Mars association of that red color. Orange, more to do with Mercury than many other colors, the planet Mercury than many other colors. So think communication, think business, but also think of the sun and hope. Yellow is also associated with the sun, though, so you might have to pick which one you think is more sunny. I think of yellow as the more sun-like one, but others disagree, and that's cool. So yellow, also Mercury, creativity, communication, all those Mercurian things. And that brings us to the greens, which are very soothing, and the fact that I'm out of town, and we'll have to do more of this next week. So stay tuned next week for more colors, hopefully better reception, better internet. But in the meantime, On behalf of myself and the rest of the staff, thank you so much for tuning in, for being your amazing magical you, and of course for doing the little social media magic that you can work for us here. We look forward to seeing you in the shop in Minneapolis or online at magusbooks.com. Have a great week, everybody. Blessed be.